Hey everyone, welcome back to the DIY photo frame course with the Arduino. In this segment, we'll simply be preparing the images we want loaded onto the SD card. So we'll be selecting an array of beautiful images we want to display on the screen, and we'll do some simple reformatting on the images to get them to be compatible with the device so we can properly display them on the LCD screen. So let's get started. Okay, so in order to prepare our images, we can just go online and find the images we like. Now, I'll leave this up to you, but one website I found with a bunch of beautiful images is the travel.usnews.com, which has the 51 most beautiful landscapes in the world, and you can select up to 10 or more if you like. I suggest a good array of images to show on your photo frame for a diverse selection of images. And you could just go here and go through these and just save the ones you like. And really, this is up to you. You can see there's a bunch here, and you could just go ahead and right click the image and just save the image as, and just save it accordingly to the folder you like. So once you have the images you like, the next thing we want to do is we want to convert these images to BMP format, which is a format that is compatible with our LCD screen. And so what we want to do to convert our images is we could just search convert the image type. So all the images I just downloaded are in JPEG. I already downloaded those images and converted them earlier. And there are just a bunch of converters online to do this sort of thing. I went ahead and selected the first one, but really there are other ones. Some of them have limits. As you can see, I already reached the limit for this one today. But really all it does is it just you just drop your files into here and it converts your images into those BMP files. And luckily, it already saved those files for me here. So I could just go ahead and download all of these BMP files. So let me go ahead and do that real quick now that I have them converted to the correct format. Okay, so now the images are in my downloads folder and they are in the BMP format. Next, we just simply want to resize these BMP files because our screen is unfortunately a fixed dimension. So we have to get these files to a width and height so they can show appropriately in this display. So we could just go to simpleimageresizer.com, resize BMP, and we could just go ahead and select the images we want to resize. And you can select up to as many images as you want, drop them in there. So we're just going to go ahead and open them in there. So we selected the files, and you could see that is going, or it's uploading those images. That is fine. And then on the bottom, what we are going to do is we are going to select the width and the height of those images. So it is a little laggy here, a bunch of ads, but this is what happens when you have a free service. So we just want to do 128 by 160. And we want to uncheck this first of all, 128 by 160. And let's go ahead and resize these images. So go ahead and select this. And I'm just going to auto crop mine. You can resize them. They have stretch, they have other settings here. So we can go ahead and auto crop. And just give that a moment. A little slow website, it's fine, but it does work and I have used this and it's pretty reliable. So let it resize and just give that a moment there. Okay, so once it's done resizing, you can go ahead and download the images as you see here. Now what I realized is it only resizes 5 at a time, so you could just do it in batches of 5. So I'll just do 2 batches and save my images to my downloads folder. Okay, so after cropping my images, I just went ahead and mounted my SD card to my computer, and I just dropped my BMP files that were resized into the SD card. So this is the SD card I'll be using with my display, and I went ahead and renamed those cropped images. So after saving them, they have the underscore cropped suffix. You can go ahead and remove them and just keep the integer because we'll be looping through an integer number of images, and that is the n number of images you have. So I have 10 images here, so I just named them 1 to 10, and they are resized and they are BMP files. So we have everything we need in terms of the images, and now we can start coding finally on the Arduino to bring the DIY photo frame to life. So now that you have your images on the SD card, you can go ahead and take the SD card out and meet me in the next section where we start coding on the Arduino to start showing these images on the display.